Hi, my name is Stephen Freeman, and I'm going to talk to you about why I feel it's important to exercise. I'm going to break down three important factors of why you should exercise, and then I'm going to tell you why I believe they're beneficial to the body and just your overall well-being in life and later on, your future life. So for the first one I'm going to talk about how exercising is beneficial to strengthening your bones, building muscle mass. And then the second one I'm going to talk about how exercising can help strengthen your immune system. And then thirdly, I'm going to talk about how exercising can lower your risk of disease and your overall well-being. And then I'm going to break down three different exercising styles for you towards the end. So the first one I'm going to talk about is keeping your bones strong and building muscle mass. And this is important because you want to help keep your BMI down, which is your body mass index. And that's trimming down your body fat. If you feel that you're out of shape or obese, then you can do aerobic exercises, which I'm going to talk about later on, um, to help. They're not as intense, it just gets the blood flowing and gets you moving, gets you active. And you could do this about 3 to 4 days a week, about less than an hour whenever you do exercise, and it'll still be effective. So keeping your bones strengthened is beneficial because you want to stay strong, you want to stay active. uh, it helps you not age as quickly. It keeps you just moving. You feel better. And I go by, if you feel better, you look better, and you do better. I probably said that in a different order, but it's the same thing. But yeah, that's just what I go by, and I feel like that's very beneficial because in the workforce, if you feel you're doing good, you feel like you look good, you get more work done, you're in a better mood, you sleep better, you know, everything else is falls into place. And then secondly, I'm gonna talk about is your immune system. Your immune system is very beneficial because this is help what prevents you from being sick. Especially wintertime, there's a lot of colds going around, and even if you do get sick, because I got sick this previous year playing basketball, but I was able to sweat it out every day, and after a week, I was feeling better. So, but still, helps you, prevent you. You still can get sick, but it lowers your risk of getting sick. um, Gets all that nasty toxins out your body. You sweating all that out. You drink a lot of water. I talked about in my last presentation. You drink water. It's helpful, and it's like a recycle. It's a cycle. It just flushes you out. And then thirdly, I'm gonna talk about it's a lower risk to diseases. So by exercising, not every day, but just enough to keep you from being stagnant, maybe in the workforce, or you maybe got a job, you gotta be on your feet all day, just some movement, and whether it's walking or running, jogging, anything. So any movement is better than no movement. Um, but exercising people can help you lose weight and lower your risk to diabetes. It also helps uh, for people that are obese. It helps lower your risk to type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. And I can speak on behalf of high blood pressure because my mother has high blood pressure. And in the last year, she's been working out at Planet Fitness. And as she's been working out at Planet Fitness, her high blood pressure has been better. She hasn't been having to take her pills that much recently. She's been in a better mood. She's been better energy. She's been sleeping well. Everything has just been better as she's been consistently working out at Planet Fitness at least a couple days a week. She doesn't go all the time or frequently, a lot, but she's been consistent with it about 2 to 3 days a week each week, and I'm proud of her. And then lastly, I'm gonna talk about the three different exercising styles. The first one is aerobic exercise, and this is just getting the blood flowing. Maybe playing a sport, basketball, running, lacrosse, and just anything that gets the blood flowing. And if you do that, then you're getting your 60 minutes of exercise, which is good. And then secondly, I'm talking about strength training. So bodybuilding, building mass, and this ties back into what I was talking about earlier with looking good, feeling good, better performance at work, at home, just in general. Um, and then the third one, which I feel like is just as important as the other two, is flexible training. You should stretch before and after a workout. And for me, this is important because I never stretched or flexed. Oh, or never stretched or even considered stretching when I was before I started playing a college sport. In high school, I would just walk into the gym and start practicing, or at the rec, with friends. No warm up, no nothing. And then I felt my body being tight. Maybe it took like 20, 30 minutes for me to get loose. But this past year at Edinboro, we stretched before every practice and sometimes in the middle and at the end. And I always feel loose. I feel warmed up, maybe a little jog, but I feel better. And I feel like that's beneficial because my past 2 years at my junior college, when we didn't stretch as much or enforce it, I had constant injuries, like ankle injuries. They were minor injuries, like my calves and stuff. But now at Edinboro, this is the first year I went through the whole school year without a real serious injury, like a bad ankle sprain or anything like that. So no hamstring pull or nothing. So I feel like that's just as important as the other two, and you should focus in on that. Overall, in concluding, I feel like exercising is important. It's important for your physical, your own being, and just your whole aspects of life. I feel like you should exercise daily, but if it doesn't fit in your schedule, you should at least try to go and get fit a little bit. You'll feel better, you'll look better, and you'll do better. And I feel like that's key. That's a key to successful